bring my tripod, but then again, if you wanted to pan around the room, you wouldn't be able to do that with a tripod. So Ruby, remember Ruby and the Rednecks?
I was just going to ask you.
Yeah,
I've seen her.
We saw her at the Max's Kansas City reunion with the Sick Fucks.
Right.
She's the one who said that she lost like 3 of her toes.
And then I saw a video with her in it.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was at your house or on cable.
Could have been on cable. Yeah, because they've been doing like retrospectives about that time and whatnot. Like the bleach blonde spiked hair who I said hi to when I came in. That's Monty Canson. He's been on the scenes for ages. I mean, his claim to fame has been painting with his own blood, and he would also go to museums and splatter the artworks with his own blood. But he's with like the Rivington School and other like parts of the scene around during the throughout the 80s and even before, he was like real active with that, and he's still out there, So chances are you would find him here. The guy with the lampshade hat, back there, that's Trigger. He ran the Continental. Oh, I'm sorry, the Southeast Asian hat. I just wanted to be able to the cymbal hat. That looks like a drum cymbal. That's Trigger. He ran the Continental.
Did you recognize a lot of people?
Anthony.
That's Anthony Hayden Guest. He's a poet, a little bit of an artist, but does mostly caricatures and such. So yeah, I mean, so far I see maybe 10 people I recognize already.
I can honestly say I recognize a whole shitload of people too.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't finished looking around, but I recognize most of the people I see. That one right there, that's Ruby. She had a punk band, more like Max's Kansas City, that club, pre-CBGB's. The band was Ruby and the Rednecks. And this guy on his phone in front of you, I keep forgetting his name, but I know him as well. Yeah, but I keep forgetting his name. I'm not really good with names.
As long as you're able to remember mine, we're just fine.
You're George, right?
Yeah.
Hug him and squeeze him impediment, call him George? Okay. And those are the boxes. And on each box, Clayton asked people to, all the boxes stenciled with graffiti, because that's one of the themes. And I have 4 different iconicide sticker designs. So I gave him 10 stickers of each of the 4 designs. So each box has an iconicide sticker on it. See that one on the top on that with a little bit of like yellow and red or whatnot?
Yeah.
That's the walk towards the light sticker.
And he puts everybody's sticker in the same spot.
And there's a Godspeed sticker. And there's the Chaos Matters sticker.
Yeah.
See that?
Yep. I gotta send Ramon the link to this.
Yeah, that's Monty Canson right there. The one over there with the satchel. I mean, the case, helping set up the boxes. That's the guy I told you about who would paint with his own blood. Sometimes he would do like performance art things where he would fill an iron, like for an iron board. He would fill an iron with lighter fluid and set it on fire.
Does it work?
Is that?
Right away?
Well, it's full of like this flammable liquid, yeah. So yeah. When I gave them to him, Clayton was like, "Yeah, these are like real New York style stickers." I mean, they should be. Was that?
A lot of boxes on that table.
Yeah, there's 40 recipients. There's 40 recipients, 40 boxes, and each of the 40 boxes has 40 objects in them from each of the 40 recipients. So everybody who gets the award gets something from everybody who gets the award.
But it's not the same.
No, the out. Yeah, it should be. I mean, or if it's something similar, I mean, Johnny V, what he was going to do was one of those creatures, he would make 40 creatures, and he would put one in each box. It's entirely the decision of the contributor themselves what they want to put in, as long as it's something small. They can put a CD, they can put if they're a photographer, they can put a couple of snapshots. If they're, whatever medium it is that they create, just something creative of yourself that you want to communicate to the other art. So in a way, it's not only an award, but it's like an exercise in networking. Because there are people who never heard of some of the other people, either that or they've never, if they've heard of them, they've never had contact with them directly. So this is a way where like, oh, I didn't know this person did such and such. Why don't I approach them? For example, I mean, one of the people who's getting the award is Larry Fessenden, or Fessenden, to quote Letterman. Larry Fessenden. Larry Fessenden. Remember that movie Habit? It was it was like an early '90s movie, or early to mid '90s. This guy, he stars in his own movie. This guy goes to a party on this floating venue, which was like a ferry, a ship that was turned into a nightclub, and he ends up meeting up with a vampire, but he doesn't know that she's a vampire. It's a very Lower East Side kind of movie. One of the early scenes shows he's got this really cluttered apartment, and he goes down to a coffee guy on the corner to buy 2 cups of coffee. Then he goes upstairs to heat them up again on the stovetop. Anyway, he's one of the recipients of the ACKER Awards this year, and I had an encounter with him when I was a foot messenger, and I've never spoken to him since. So after Habit came out, he was on Letterman. Like Letterman was interviewing him, and Letterman asked him, you know, what's this deal with your front teeth? Because like his front teeth are like crooked or chipped and whatnot. And he said, well, I can tell you a lot. I can make up a lot of stories and like tell you some nonsense about it. But I'll default to the old story about bums on the Bowery. These hardcore winos on the Bowery who are like drinking their lives away. And, you know, it's like reflex. You know, when the bottle is empty and there's nothing left to drink in the bottle, you know, they chip their teeth biting on the bottle. It's like biting the neck of the bottle because like they're sleeping, they think they're going to get something out of the bottle. So fast forward, I'm working as a foot messenger, and I have delivery to this place on West 55th Street, Duart Film Laboratories, where a lot of people, including independent filmmakers, including this guy, would get their film developed. And this is after I'd seen the movie, and after I'd seen him on Letterman. And so I am leaving the building. I come down the elevator. It's the end of my day. I just want to leave and go home. I'm not even in a people mood. I don't want to talk to anyone. I don't want to see anyone. And I'm about to exit the building when who's coming in at that precise moment? Larry Facenda. And I brush shoulders with him. My mouth is 6 inches from his ear. And I say, sort of under my breath, just only he can hear it, I say, you gotta stop biting the bottle. That thing about the old winos biting the bottle and the teeth chipping, I say, you gotta stop biting the bottle. And he physically jumps. He does a double take. And I hear him like gasp, like somebody gets it. You know, not only did somebody see my movie, see me on Letterman, but have enough street knowledge and whatnot that they get the whole thing about the old winos on the Bowery passing out and biting the bottle and chipping their teeth. But I made my mark. Damage done. I don't want to talk to anyone. And, you know, I don't react to celebrities. I get celebrities to react to me. So I just, you know, I leave. And he's standing there, flabbergasted. And finally, he turns around, he looks after me, he's like, hey, guy. I was in the middle of traffic jaywalking. I think he tried to follow me, you know, across the street. It was like, you know, traffic swallowed him up, and that was it. And that was my encounter with Larry Facenda. So if you hear me giving him a bit of a shout out later on, you'll understand why. So, anyway, Larry, if you're watching this, you'll understand. And if you're not watching this, you will understand. You understand? So I cleared out the entire SD card on the camera. So I'm just going to be running the whole thing straight through. This might go on until like 10:30. So it's a good idea. It's a good thing that we had somebody beforehand. And there's somebody else wearing one of Clayton's hats. As they used to say around Tompkins Square Park after the riot, it's not a Stetson, it's a Clayton. That's only one of his designs. He did a bunch. What was that?
This must be California.
Oh, you looked up the ACKER Awards?
Yeah, this is 2019.
Yeah, there is another contingent. That's Nick Zed. That guy right there. The guy with the cigarette. I believe that's Nick Zed. He's like an independent/underground filmmaker. I was once at a show, I think it was at Tin Pan Alley that Bob Z organized. Yeah. And, no. It was at the Anarchist Switchboard, the night at Consider was born. Anyway, yes there is. The coat, yeah, somebody's sitting where that coat is. It's not his coat.
It says Clayton Patterson next ACKER Awards.
Clayton Patterson, yeah. Yeah, 2019. Yeah, that's today. That's this. What we are here at now. Oh, usually yes, but not today. I've been told to stay away from sharp objects. I used to carry 5 knives around. I used to carry a pair of scissors with the points up, so if someone tried to pickpocket me, they would stab themselves. But yeah. Unfortunately, oh, I do. Hold on. Don't pull it yet. Don't pull it yet. I bet you say that to all the girls. Don't pull it yet. Hold on. Hold on. If your mind's not dirty enough by the time I'm done, it will be. Hold on. Take a look at this.
Oh my God.
Oh wow. It is a sharp edge, so I don't know if you would want to like pare it down, or yeah, at that point, just be careful. Yeah. This is the smallest of this variety you will be able to find. You can get it on eBay for like $5. I forget the name. Yeah.
You back and ready? Jump.
Jump for my love. Standing only. Yeah. I was wondering if this room would be able to fit this, because they spend months telling people about this, and you figure 40 recipients, so you got to have a few hundred. You got to have around 500 seats, minimum. Because people will have people they're bringing. Then you'll have people who found out about it online, or through the email tree, or whatever.
Facebook.
Yeah.
I saw at least 20 different websites.
Oh yeah.
They got it going on.
That's 150. That's
150. see some people who just came in.
Yeah, that's what they're doing. Yeah, there's so many people in this are already getting out.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty close to the aisle, which is good enough. Just beware of the lady with the funny hat.
Back is
Dave! There's Dave.
These people are jumping ship.
Hey, why do you get a front row seat?
What's going on, Dave? Wanna go up?
It's amazing. It's like this line goes to the thing. You're like trying to like sit there and all the control the need for acceptance. Like, that's what I think
You have to get your foot right. Oh, there we go. Just step on the chair.
Just step on me.
Well, the chairs, look at how filthy. Like someone had a period up there, right?
No, it's more like it's more of an exclamation point.
It's like someone
Couldn't they
had
just had a comma or
someone had a baby
semicolon?
on there, like,
having something
A little bit. Thank you, little baby Jeepus.
I don't think she's going to come back to have a seat. This seat's got more cushion than that one has.
Thank you.
Oh, wait, this is her jacket, right?
Yeah.
I was going to say, oh shit, she didn't get a seat. That's not right. This one is filled with people's heads and everything.
Never mind, you
The
can't.
guy that just walked out said something on this and,
Oh, good. You poser. Yeah, the guy who runs this place, I'm sending him a nasty email. Hipsters at 6 o'clock. Hipsters at 6 o'clock. I think they're bricking us in.
I think so too.
I think they're creating another 2 months.
What, you thinking about trading up again?
I don't think we're going to
I
get away
went to
with
the
it.
drinking farm for some people that was like just a little bit and use my hand.
You got to get a straw and stuff it down there.
You know, I was looking for a cup, but there was a line for them, but I was gonna take one, but I don't know, I wasn't sure. They called me, gave me some. So great.
night where you can wake up and leave. And you should just leave. You should just leave. Then you should just leave.
They want to hear Chinese.
And you should just leave. And you should just leave.
They might be. Well, Piper's probably saving the scene.
What have you gotten yourself into?
The guy from the Habit. From the Habit. That guy right there. See him? He's walking up there? Right there. He's standing. Hey, Larry! Larry!
Hey, there's, what's his name?
Is that?
That other guy that used to...
Yeah, there's Frankie Wood up there.
That's who, Frankie Wood.
Hey, a scumbag, what are you doing here? It's a term of endearment. No, it isn't. He's probably watching this. I mean, the guy from that movie that I was talking about before.
Yeah.
That's him against the wall with the 2 gold rings and the striped shirt and the brown jacket, holding a beer. That's why when he came in, you heard me say, "Hey, Larry." They might actually have to turn people away.
Already got a beer and a chair? You just walk right in here and get a beer and a
free. Everybody said, ooh, that's free.
Yeah, well. Oh, that's original. Sony put a sticker on Giuliani as a jerk. Stop racist attacks. Or you're a hipster. Oh, okay, cool.
It's about a trauma victim who was autistic. I don't know if it
Okay.
was. It's kind of weird. So
I'll put it on my stuff.
put it up.
Because I finally managed to rub two brain cells together and pick up Andrew Fox's Batman book, Batman: The Ultimate Evil. So that's going to be on my. Oh yeah, Dave Huberman heard me say Batman, and he's turning around. Andrew Fox, I don't know. You know about that? The writer Andrew Fox, VACHSS. He writes for this guy, this detective by the name of Burke, who deals with like child abuse and whatever. He wrote a Batman novel that I finally managed to have the brain cells together to pick up. So I put it on my reading list. I'm going to read it pretty soon. You know, I'll tell you about it later. We got a lot to talk about. Well, setting a mic up, so I guess that means. Oh, that's Phoebe Legere. She's doing the MC thing for tonight. I'm sure you remember that name, Phoebe Legere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or, as I would say, Legere. Or Legere.
Just shredding pages out of the book.
Is that?
Shredding the whole book, putting different.
Yeah, I guess it's a low-cost alternative to putting a book in 40 boxes. I gotta sell these. Well, it's better than taking a record and breaking it up and putting pieces of the record in the box. You can only play like part of the record. Like maybe 10 of you can get together and have a listening party if you figure out who has what part of the record.
If you put all 40 people, you get the whole record.
Dee. No, Phoebe. Bring the mic up. Heavens to Purgatory.
Welcome! Welcome to the ACKER Awards! A combination of a group funeral without the grief and a pre-K birthday party without the diapers. Yes. This is the brainchild of my hero, Clayton Patterson. I love him so much for doing this for us. You know, in Florence in the Renaissance, did Michelangelo do this for Leonardo da Vinci? No! And in Paris, did Hemingway do this for Gertrude Stein? No! But our Clayton is doing it for us, to make us feel better about our shitty, dead-end lives.
Very wonderful to see everybody here. Kind of like an anti-gentrification move. What we have here is really kind of a really great cross-section of the downtown as it really was. We're building a community of memories, of people, this is our past. So this is the Lower East Side. So we're very happy to have this. And I'd like to thank everybody for coming. And it's really great because, you know, the Grammys are for music, the Obies are for theater. This is for really a whole cultural, the whole culture. It's really developing a community. And it's a large community. And it brings everybody. So it's everybody who made it happen. They have the vendor people, the venue people, like Trigger with his continental, playing music for people and TV. Of course, we got Crystal here. So, and we have people like Andrew Berman this year, who's historic preservation. And I'll turn it over to Phoebe. All right, thank you very much.
We're going to start with our Lifetime Achievement Awards.
Yeah.
And we're going to begin with a woman who is very, very important in my life. I call her my rabbi, my mentor. Everybody needs a mentor, and I got a great one.
Illusion.
This Lifetime Achievement goes to Crystal Fields. At the Theater for the New City Love and Courage benefit, I compared Crystal to Moses, leading us through the desert of the Philistines to the land of milk and honey and agit-prop theater. We say a lot about real estate. We complain a lot about real estate. But there's another kind of real estate, and Crystal taught us what it is. It's the place where you're sitting right now. It's transcendental real estate where art can be made. This woman works night and day, year after year, decade after decade, to keep the lights on and to keep the theater and the art flowing. And let's hear it for Crystal Fields!
Well, I really don't have much to say. I do think things have gotten better. We don't have slavery anymore in this country. Not the kind we had.
Well, just wage slavery.
Young queer men are not getting their heads bashed in.
Nope, just me.
Night after night. When we were over on West Street, I saw a little bit of that. That's an improvement. We're sitting in very challenging times, but we have to remember that whatever we are, we're a grain of sand in history's march forward, and if things get worse, they will eventually get better. And we are going to be the cause of that. So, with that said, I say do not give up in these challenging times. There's plenty to do, and we're all going to keep on doing it.
And she got the
All right,
guys.
next we'd like to bring up Jan Herman. Jan Herman goes all the way back to the 60s, working city lights with Ferlinghetti. Come on up, Jan Herman. You put a box. This is Jan. He's been involved in the literary world for much of his life.
Wow. Actually, this took me by complete surprise, and I feel very honored. It's my daughter's birthday today, and so I told her, this is what happens when you get old. And she said, no, you're only old when it's posthumous. So, thanks very much for this. Appreciate it. If not for Clayton, I wouldn't be here.
And now, is Ruby Lynn Reyner here? My favorite.
Yes, she is.
Sweetheart. She's going to present a very, very special award. It's our Candy Darling Award.
Yes, oh, this is the Candy Award? Cynthia Carr. To Cynthia Carr, yes. Well, unfortunately, I don't read that much. I'm sorry, Cynthia. I don't really, but I'm looking forward to reading it.
That's for Cynthia.
Yes, I know. I'm looking forward to reading her. But I did know Candy. I'm probably the only person alive that did know Candy.
No.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. There's a couple here. And I just want to tell a little Candy Darling story. Candy loved Kim Novak. And she always wanted to act out Gene Eagles. The Gene Eagles story, if anybody saw it, it's a very old film. And the famous line was, "I'm Gene Eagles. I don't need equity." Oh well. So I want to present this award. It's a great book. To you, Cynthia Carr.
I am writing a book about candy right now. And I hope that I will end up deserving this award. I haven't finished the book yet. But if there's anyone here besides Ruby Lynn Reyner and Melba LaRose who knew Candy, please let's talk afterwards. Okay?
Now we have a very, very special award. It is the Jack Smith Film Award, which is bestowed as the ACKER in partnership with the Foundation for New American Art, which is my nonprofit. We bring art and music to low-income children of our community. We have these programs that run right here at Theater for the New City. And this award is being given for the first time, the Jack Smith Film Award, to Ivan Gaglietti, who knew Jack very well, and has made the most beautiful film. I made an award for you. So I'll put it on you while you talk a little.
Okay.
What do you think?
I met Jack in Rome in 1975. There's a reason why I'm in New York. He told me, "You could be my assistant." So, and he gave me this jacket when in 1979. So I don't know if I can wear it now. But, this is the award. Made by Phoebe Legere. And this is the jacket that Jack gave me in 1975. I was very skinny. Can I wear it? Try to wear it?
Do you want to say anything about Pasolini and all that? No. Just say something quick and very intelligent.
No. When I met Jack, in Rome, he was looking for Baghdadian settings. And I took pictures of him with a toy penguin in Rome. When I came here, he had me paint on the walls of his apartment on the First Avenue. And then we stayed friends until the last days. And the first thing he told me when I arrived in his apartment on First Avenue, he pointed at the Twin Towers, which you could see very well. And he said, "Rectangles, they kill you with those rectangles." And anyway, it was kind of prophetic.
Where can they see your film? What's the name of your film?
Oh, my film is called Pompeii, New York, Part 1, Peer Caresses.
Who are some of the famous people in it?
Famous people in it? David Wojnarowicz, and there will be in the Penny Arcade, Phoebe Legere,
Who?
and William Niederkorn, Taylor Mead, and many others.
Well, let's hear it for Ivan Gaglietti. He gets a poster? Oh, you get a poster.
You get a poster. You get a poster.
All right, so now we're going to go into the real ACKER Awards. You ready for this? What? Please.
Alex, is there a problem over there? You okay?
Okay.
Alex, can you stand up?
Alex Rojas helped me, we together with Keith, we packed the boxes last night. So we know what's in them. They're little museums, they're little archives of the way we live, and it's just fascinating. We had such a good time last night. I think you're going to really love your boxes. And the box goes, the ACKER Award for Art goes to Alex Rojas, Colombian-born, cultural activist, multimedia artist director of Bullet Space in New York, and she has put a beautiful monoprint. It's absolutely gorgeous. Please come forward, Alex. Very well. I don't think we have time for everybody to speak. So
Everybody.
Okay.
Some people want to talk.
Brigitte Engler. In 2014, Engler presented a fabric art installation submerged in the basement of a medieval dungeon in Brittany. This year, with Robin Winters, she co-curated works by 16 artists in the Spring Break Art Show. An art ACKER goes to Brigitte Engler. Are you here? She also lived in the same building with Sylvain Rotanger and has been hobnobbing with him. Big break. One box, okay. Okay. Carol Red Ed Braddock is a living artist. Is he here? Carol Braddock?
Somebody here is going to pick up Carol Ann's? Yeah, here we go.
I'd ask to say a few words to you. I don't know. I'm Dave Stern. I met Ed at the Limelight in the 90s. Used to be hard not to miss.
Is this thing on?
About dressed head to toe in red leather, someone my size. He asked to say thank you. Glory! Glory! He asked to say thank you. Seven-a-thon. He's actually getting an MRI tonight at Cedar Sinai for his spine. So he's not here. But he's okay. He asked you to please look at his website, which is colorscience.net. He's really brilliant as an artist and using blockchain and that sort of thing. And he said thank you all for your patience and understanding. He's sorry he couldn't make it. Thank you very much.
Next we have Linus Brandt, who was one of the founders of the Rivington School and who created the environments that were such a big part of our lives down here on the Lower East Side. The sculptural welded steel assemblages that went up in the empty lots everywhere. The most notorious was the fabulous gas station at 2nd Street and Avenue B. Very well deserved, Linus. Thank you for all the beauty. Some of which can still be seen in Patterson. Did you name the Rivington School? It consists. You named it? You named the group? And I named How Happening, so nobody ever gives any credit. Okay, that's all right. Now, Mimi Gross.
know the whole thing, but I'm just going to accept this award in the name of positive cultural transformation.
I know, we've got somebody who's very popular, and for good reason. Mimi Gross. My father knew your father. Your father was Hein Gross, right? One of the great, my father was Phoebe Legere, a blacklisted artist of the Boston Expressionist School, and they met at the Educational Alliance. And your father, do you all know Hein Gross? And Mimi continues the tradition of social justice and realism in her paintings.
Come visit our foundation. It's a high studio and 4 floors of art. It's open to the public. There's really a lot to see there. And this whole history of New York City in mid-century, last one. As for me, I'm having a show now at Eric Firestone Gallery. April 20th. So come and see it.
Honored to meet you. You all know Hein Gross? Check it out. Okay, it's rolling along. Andrew Castrucci is lucky enough to be married to the very beautiful Alex, but he's not here. He's on his way to Oneonta, New York. But the beautiful Renzo, who has wonderful hair, grooming, gorgeous grooming, is going to accept the award for his father, who ran the A&P Gallery with his brother Paul Castrucci on East Court, and co-founded Bullet Space with the wonderful, talented, nice, and beautiful Alex, his wife. I love her.
Go on. You want to give me the nod when it's time to go on? Because I'm trying to get through this.
Somebody did. Okay. Marty Martin founded Why Not Care, a non-profit organization geared toward the providing of beneficial resources to the homeless and disenfranchised communities. Here's your award for community activism, Marty Martin.
Yeah, this is Marty. Marty's also an artist. He's done a lot of murals in the neighborhood. You want to talk a little bit about what you do?
Okay. Yeah, so I founded Why Not Care, and right now we are in our 3rd year of operation. We do the largest free resource festival in Lower East Side history with people like communities like Power, Lila, Judy, Naomi. We've been able to bring over 4,000 book bags to the community in under a year. From August to August, 2017 to 2018, we brought 4,000 book bags to the community, along with everything from 60 different organizations, and only get a book bag or a haircut, and get empowered by these organizations. And we also do coat drives and sneaker drives and everything for the community. Right now, we're doing a free business motivational course at Henry Street Settlement and donated space. So if you guys are free, 301 Henry Street. Saturdays, we're there from 12:30 to 12:30 to 2, sorry.
Also, there's Paolo and Leila and Marty have been very instrumental in helping Puerto Rico after the after the hurricane. So they were very busy with that. And also did a story in the Villager on Marty and giving away the book bags and things. So there's a lot of crossover with the Villager as well. So thank you very much, Marty.
Thank you, Marty. The world of people who serve on nonprofits is like an extraordinary parallel universe, and it's so wonderful to have a chance to say thank you to them, people like Marty. The next award is in the realm of theater, and it's a very good friend of mine, someone I admire very much, Bina Sharif.
much. Clayton and Phoebe, I'm very honored and very happy, very excited to get this award, and doubly excited because I'm getting it at Theatre for the New City. Because I have done tons of plays here in every space, all 4 theaters, you know, and all thanks to Crystal, very much. And I have to tell you a little bit. When I was like 7 or 8 years old, very young, my mother had a girlfriend. She was Persian. Her name was Parvin, which is my middle name also, Parvin. It's a Persian name. And they will always meet. They were great friends, and they will have tea together and all. And I always wanted to be with people who are older. I didn't really play with my age people at that time, right? And I would just sit there and listen. I always listened to them, you know, they were just great, they talked about great things. And that lady Parvin, the Persian lady, said to my mother, "Your daughter has a brain." And my mother said, "Doesn't everyone?" So she said, "Yeah, everyone has a brain, but her brain is disturbed brain." So my mother said, "Oh no, she's just smart." So I did not understand the meaning of those 2 things, smart and disturbed brain. But when I grew up, and wherever I go travel or people don't know me, they say, "Who are you? Tell us a little bit about you." And I said, "I'm smart and I have a disturbed brain." So because of my disturbed brain, I have created a lot of work. Thank you so much.
Do not miss Venus plays. I love them. I love her work.
I want to just quickly point out as well that the poster was done by Stephen Allison Fly.
And Fly, yes.
This is done by Stephen Allison Fly. It's a beautiful poster. And yeah, very nice.
Our next ACKER Award for theater is to Susana Cook, a playwright and performer from Buenos Aires, Argentina, based in New York. She writes queer, political, funny plays that deal with issues of gender, race, and class.
And Susana with an A on the end.
There's 40 people, but yeah, I came to New York in 1992 from Buenos Aires, and New York is home. And I was thinking today that it's home because of this, because of the community of artists. I left, also when I was 19, I left Argentina during the dictatorship, and I lived in Paris for a while, lived in different cities. And when you're with the artist community, you're at home, you feel connected right away. So this award is amazing, I think, because it's a way to help us to connect more and to know that whatever is happening, and it is happening, we are not alone, and we have tools to talk about that. So thank you.
Oh, I'm really excited about the next one because it's puppets. Vit Horejs from the Czechoslovak American Marionette Theater. He is honored by the Czechoslovak Society for the Arts and Sciences in recognition of his lifetime achievement in fostering Czech and Slovak puppetry. I hope you have a puppet. Do you have a puppet?
Those who know me know I'm very shy, so I brought a friend to accept the award. I don't know if he remembers his speech.
From Faust.
I will translate. He
I
wanted
meant
to
that.
invite you to our show that's running for 2 more weeks at the cabaret space downstairs. And it's Johannes Doch Tor Faust. Or the very original Czech and German puppet play in English presented here. Thank you very much.
I saw that. Yep. As soon as you did that, I knew it was from that
There are cards here and at the box office.
Our next award is for Melba LaRose. A playwright, director, actor, artistic director, LaRose was the original Nola Newman in Jackie Curtis's Glamour, Glory, and Gold. The life and legend of Nola Newman, goddess and star. And may I say that she's also a Mayflower descendant, as am I. She is descended from Brewster, and I am descended from Isaac Allerton, who put up the money for the Mayflower.
Bastards.
Thank you so much, Phoebe. And I'd like to thank Marilyn Roberts, the wonderful Marilyn Roberts, who nominated me for this. Yes. Great actress. And the wonderful Clayton, who approved me. Well, I'm older than dirt, but it seems like yesterday, but it was probably 50 years ago, I wandered down the stairs of Tony Bastiano's cellar studio and auditioned for Ron Link and Jackie Curtis and got the lead in Glamour, Glory, and Gold. And Jackie and Candy Darling were my sidekicks on stage, my supporting players, and became my best friends off stage. And I should mention a couple other people, Tony and Gracia, who was very influential and a gatekeeper in my life, and Gregory Rizakis, both Looney Tunes people, but extremely talented, extremely bright, and great stars that burned out too soon. So I'd like to thank you. This award means more than any other award to me because my life has been avant-garde theater. And yes, and that's my life. The village is my home, and you are my people.
And we forgot to say that Melba is going to portray Jane Jacobs.
I did it yesterday.
In the...
Yesterday I was on the stage of the Cherry Lane Theater with Peculiar Works Project, and I played Jane Jacobs. Great, great honor.
I love it. There's good stuff in there. Melba. Our next award goes to a wonderful friend. I'm such a fan of John Kelly. This is the Performance Award. Here? All right, then I won't read all of his awards, but believe me, he's won them all. He's done it all, and he is a gorgeous person. I first saw him on the stage at Stilven, playing St. Sebastian, the great gay icon, pierced by arrows. And I have never forgotten it. So will someone accept John's award, or will we get it? The next award is for some people you know and love very much. Dance Noise, Lucy Sexton and Alan Ross. Here. Do a little dance, won't you?
Thank you, Phoebe. Thank you, Clayton, for reminding us what we all, I don't know, that what we do, what you do matters. Just keep going.
Now we're in the Film Awards. You ready for that? I'm going to stand near you here. I need a little Clayton energy every once in a while. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just get close to Clayton, you could go on for another 10 years. Larry Fessenden operates the production company known as Glass Eye Picks. Their mission is to support individual voices in the arts. Is he here?
Yes, he's here.
I just want to say I really appreciate being included in this group, and
We were here in the 80s, and I see the same faces. I don't think we've aged badly. I think we're doing great.
Our next ACKER Award goes to Beck Underwood. Beck published one of my favorite newspapers. It was called Zuzu, and I used to get it at the library. I haven't seen it lately. I want to see some back issues. She also teaches animation at the Lower East Side Girls Club. Are you getting her award?
And she's my wife.
Wow. Really cool.
Beck thanks you. Beck's in Mexico, where she has great kinship, and she thanks you all for this honor.
Great. We love her. We love her. We're so next we have one of my favorite people, Tessa Hughes Freeland. Tessa co-founded the annual New York Film Festival downtown. In 2018, she curated 2 programs for the Norway Transgressive Film Series in conjunction with the Club 57 exhibition at MoMA.
Film is still alive and strong, even though you feel you have a shitty dead end life.
That is a very bright, very good woman. Jacob Burkhart is the next ACKER Award winner.
Thank you very much. Wonderful to be here with all these other people, and I'm so thrilled to be included with all these wonderful and great artists. Thank you.
Next, we have, in the film category, Tom Jarmusch, who's an artist and a filmmaker. Is he here?
Tom's not here tonight, so what we'll do is we'll just hold on to the award until he can pick it up later. Jim has to leave, they're doing a recording. So, but you guys. All right, thank you from Tom Jarmusch.
I forgot to say that we had a third helper last night. With Alex and Keith, we had Erez Ziv. For theater, getting an ACKER tonight, he has dedicated the last 20 years of his life to creating a theatrical home for young theater makers in New York City's Lower East Side. And was very helpful last night. It's a lot of work putting 40 boxes together and getting 40 pieces of stuff in each one. And we've had so much fun.
I want to thank you guys all for coming. Without an audience in there, all our spaces would just be rehearsal spaces and not performance spaces. So thank you for coming out.
Good showcase, I like it. Next is an award for someone I know and love. I know him forever. Such a sweetheart, Trigger. And he's getting an award for the venue that he ran so beautifully for so long, made us all feel so much at home. But Trigger, can you tell us about that last, Joey Ramon's last show, and how you played in the last 2 encores? So you would have been the last person to play.
It was Joey's last show, and he passed a few months after that. And what an honor. Yeah, I played guitar in the last couple of songs that he did in the encore. Can you hear me? Yeah. Well, yeah, and he's in our swag box. Put that in my Continental. So,
I just want to add one little thing here about Trigger, though, because Trigger, you know, he wears his hat, he gets a little big in the head once in a while, so for a while he thought he was Donald Trump. So he's calling me and telling me, because I'm trying to get this booklet done, So he's telling me a few days ago, because I'm asking him, how long did it take you to put together your last show? Which you got to finish at the last minute. So he's bugging me 2 days before, you don't have it done, you're fired. So
I gave him the job back.
Yeah, so I got my job back. Thank you.
Next year, I'm not so sure. Anyway, it seems like the New York City, the East Village, the Lower East Side are vanishing right before our very eyes now. And it's nights like this that where we honor the past, the present, hopefully the future, are so important for our community. And especially want to thank Clayton because he's been documenting all of this for decades now.
Well, on that topic, our next ACKER is for Andrew Berman, Historic Preservation. You all know Andrew, or you should. He's the Executive Director of the Greenwich Village Society for Historic Preservation. He has been awarded the Excellence in Historic Preservation Award by the Preservation League of New York State and the Lucy Moses Organizational Excellence Award by the New York Landmark Conservancy, and has been named Best of New York City by the Village Voice. May I kiss your feet?
Thank you very much. This is a huge honor, given everyone who's assembled here. Theater for the New City and the incredible role it's played in the East Village and in our city, and of course Clayton and everything that he does. This is a real honor. Just a quick plug, we just recently completed a 10-year project of documenting the history of every single building in the East Village. Put it up on our website, and it's got great stuff, you know, going back 150, 200 years, but we want your stories. So go take a look, and if it's a building you lived in, had friends in, spent time in, put your stories up on there. We want to make sure that they're preserved forever and people can appreciate it. Thank you very much.
I got one quick question, because we had this, gentrification came and drifted across the Lower East Side. The East Village went in several different ways. For a while it stopped in Avenue A, then it went to Avenue B, eventually it got down to Avenue C. So where is the East Village now?
I think the East Village is wherever you want it to be. It's kind of a state of mind, and we're all in it.
Yeah.
Oh, we're all the way from the Bowery to D, and everything in between.
Actually, we had a little luxury building right down there on Avenue B on the corner. I went in and said, wow, they got a doorman. So I said to the doorman, I said, wow, luxury on Avenue D. He said, no, it's just expensive.
Now we come to the music section of the ACKERs. First, we have an ACKER for Chris Iconicide. Artist, writer, poet, lyricist, photographer, and publisher. His works include I, Anti-Messiah, and a photography compendium called Vanishing Points, and the novelized post-apocalyptic comic book Sick World. Let's hear it for Chris.
The last time I had to limit my speaking time was Memorial Art Show and reading for Lower East Side writer, publisher, poet, and musician J.D. Reyes. So I've taken the precaution of limiting myself to a 1 page of 16-point type. You're welcome. I grew up a poor, abused kid, a third-generation resident of Bushwick. And I was never all that well behaved, always straining for something that made sense. It got me kicked out of public school midway through 2nd grade. It got me writing songs when I was 7 years old, in a style I came to call scorched earth blues.
And it got me into hardcore back in 1982. And even then, I wouldn't stay still. Prog rock, science fiction, Japanese Buto, independent film. The more I experienced, the more I learned that to create art that unflinchingly told the truth was not to defy death, but to transcend it. A sobering thought for a 7-year-old to have. When I stepped onto the scene on Manhattan's Lower East Side in 1986, I was creatively voracious. If I saw someone doing something I respected, I threw myself into it and tried my hand, jumping from one corner of the underground to the other, from the anarchist switchboard, to Bullet, to Tompkins Square Park, to CBGB's, to Cafe Nico, to Gargoyle Mechanique, to Baby Jupiter, to Squad All Right. I saw people speaking the truth and damning the consequences. Finally, something that made sense. I found my way home. The Lower East Side and our city at large has changed in many ways beyond recognition. Where as a teenager, I used to walk down the street, eyes closed, past a block worth of abandoned buildings, feeling completely at ease. Now steel and glass monstrosities have reared their ugly heads, and a hunger to breathe free has become a race towards commodification. But here I am, still trying my damnedest to make sense of it all. Clayton, thank you.
Larry! Hey, Larry! You gotta stop biting the bottle!
Remember that, Larry? I got a story about that when we rubbed shoulders at 2R Film Laboratories. I gotta tell you about it.
Take the basket poster.
Yeah, the basket, yeah.
Wonderful. Our next, oh, this sounds so much better. They gave you the shitty sound.
Yeah, one like a
Thank you. Our next ACKER winner is an extraordinary person. I will never forget the first time that I saw a D-Generation poster pasted on a garbage can. It was in the 90s, and I was riveted, and I knew that I was in the presence of true rock and roll style. Our ACKER Award goes to Jesse Malin, who toured with Kiss. Is he here? Who toured with Kiss, Green Day, and the Ramones, and in 2017 created the Love It to Life charity, Love It to Life, producing concerts in an effort to raise money to fight dementia and promote music education. Malin has recently surprised us again with his exquisite taste. He has completed a new record produced by Grammy-winning singer-songwriter Lucinda Williams.
Thank you.
Got a good angle?
I'm not going to make it too long. It's great to know this exists. I came from Queens, New York when I was in my early teens, getting out of grade school, and it felt like it was a million miles away from here. And I heard about music from a band from Queens called the Ramones. They had a movie playing on West 8th Street. I took the train in when I was 12, and I walked the wrong way. I didn't go west. I walked east. I ended up on a street called St. Mark's Place, and I felt like I found my people and my tribe. And I walked further east till I got so scared, I ran back to West 8th Street, saw the movie. It's been my home for about 40 years down here, and seeing all you guys tonight and listening to everybody, and I've walked by this building a million times and never got invited or came in or anything, so it's great to be in here and see that this is all still existing and that we're still alive and fighting to express. The whole world is fucking changed, so it's not the Lower East Side, it's the planet. We gotta fight to keep it real and keep creating, and thank you guys.
You can't see it under his beard, but I took a shirt off. I see it.
I looked at every one of them. I liked the shoes, but I did not take them, Jesse. Our next ACKER Award is for Geoff Wilson. Singer-songwriter, guitarist, multi-instrumentalist. Of the Bowery Boys rock band, he opened for the Ramones, played guitar for Jim Carroll, and is an active member of the local 6th and B Community Garden.
Yeah, I'm just a local musician. I can't confuse why I'm here.
Are you confused why you're anywhere?
So, thanks for noticing. I prefer to be a wallflower. This guy right here, did you ever win an award? My box? Museum in a box. Man, this is amazing. I think people like Traeger and Jesse Mel, they create places for us musicians to play. And this whole community, man. It's just like microcosm of New York City. I wish everybody else could come in, be part of my little box here, but they won't work. Thank you.
Yeah, as you notice, we've had a little problem here with the microphone, so we have to sometimes get Lori set up here. So Lori, come on up, Alice. Alice is going to introduce Lori. Lori's part of the backbone of all of downtown theater and production and whatever. Alice. Okay, Alice, stand up.
This is a commercial break for another Lifetime Achievement Award. Okay, well, let's see. Everybody knows what LES stands for. Lower East
Let us stay! Let us stay!
The magic behind all of you guys. And everyone that's ever been on stage, downtown, uptown, Broadway, film, theater. That would be Lori's side of the seat. I can't even read this.
Let him stay.
That's what we're talking about.
Yes,
here.
let him stay.
Everywhere. Worked with Dance Noise, Charlie Atlas, Diamond Glass, Noni, John Kelly, Penny Arcade, Meredith Monk, etc. Go to her Google, go to her Wikipedia. Cyndi Lauper, Lesbian Love Lounge, Click Club, you name it. Every single place you guys have ever been, Lord made it happen. Come on, Lord. Also a dog rescuer, critical activist, and by the way, she produces the year with benefit of the Beacon Theater for Cyndi Lauper's homeless LGBT youth. And LES Girls Club, House with a Heart, First Street Community Garden. Basically, every good thing that happens is produced by Lori Seid.
Thanks, everybody. The truth of it is I'm just a big fan. And if you do what I do, you get to see it when it's being made, when it's being rehearsed, and then in front of an audience. So I get the best seats. So thank you. I love what I do. And I really feel like I have to thank everyone I've ever met in my life, because I'm only as good as the people I keep company with. And looking around tonight, I've got a great life. And thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Larry. Our next ACKER winner is Power Malu, who is the community director at Overthrow, New York, the home of underground boxing.
Thank y'all for being here, and please give it up one more time for Clayton Patterson. This brother right here is relentless. He's captured our energy in the Lower East Side, me coming from way down on Columbia Street, and probably one of the only people that the gangs and drug dealers and all the people that encompassed the Lower East Side at that time allowed to take pictures of. And the way I met Clayton was one of that gangs back then alerted him that I was on Ludlow Street, and he came running and took my pic, and I met him, and ever since then we became friends. He's a mentor. I want to shout out Alice Storbush, Overthrow. She's from the Hippie Museum, number 9 leader, you know what I'm saying? Joey Goodwin. We're at Overthrow, New York, and we use our platform to empower and inspire community. My brother Alex over there. So, quick story, when Anthony Bourdain came to the Lower East Side, rest in peace, to make his parts unknown, he reached out to Clayton, and this brother right here connected the dots and made sure that LES was represented in the proper way. So, shout out to Clayton. And as Marty Medina and Lila Mejia are here, Why Not Care, that's my family, and they spoke a little bit about Puerto Rico, and this platform right here is important for me to let y'all know what's been happening and what's continuing to go on the island. They sucked the land dry like sugar cane way before the hurricane. Irma came, Maria came, then we were shamed when FEMA came. No help, they all false advertise, put all this red tape and patronize. While the government waits and stands aside, the authorities say that their hands are tied, and they can't do more although they want to. There's a chain of command that makes it hard to. They play underhand, debates and argue. Only way is to stand, make them see our view. The media's bought to sell their pack of lies. They spin the report and the facts denied. We send out support and they hold supplies. Food stuck at the port while families die. Government officials letting everything slide. I'm gonna break it down for you if you're wondering why. I'm gonna tell you the real and what's happening inside. The snakes are making deals, their pockets are lined. So place your bid, the game is rigged. Look how they did the electric grid. Something's gotta give. We gotta get rid of these executives. It's a bottomless pit. Land grab. They scanning the land to build up resorts for their friends and fam. They going all across. Expand is the plan. They got no remorse. They scam where they can. And nope, it ain't a threat. It's a promise instead. The no promesa set was to keep us in debt. They're taking the acres with hedge funds and banks. They're claiming to save us and telling us thanks. Keep the conversation going. The death toll is hidden. Congress needs to know that the debt must be forgiven. Obviously, we know we're neglected by the system. Now we need to grow independent and resistant. PR doesn't have a democracy. They want to keep us down with no pot to pee. We the people must demand food sovereignty and all our energy to be fossil free. The power back to the people, we could govern ourselves. Them cowards don't treat us equal, we should put them in jail. Don't want to see a sequel to this colony hell. The poverty is lethal, the economy fell. These regulations ruin the nation. The Jones Act past its expiration. Invasion, illegal occupation. We're facing forced evacuation. No breakfast, lunch, dinner, they need clean water fast. Toxic super funds and extract the cash. Topic number 1 in the aftermath. We gotta free Puerto Rico, we don't have to ask.
Can't make it in fun. And Puerto Rico gets more of an organization than anyone else. Is this a New York award or a Puerto Rican award? Puerto Rican. Then I'm in the wrong place. We are now leaving the American sector. Show us over. Let's go.
Thank you. Thank you.
No, the only important person.
Our next ACKER winner is John Velarde, a lifelong denizen of the Lower East Side. Velarde was in the punk band Public Nuisance and also organized the Beer Olympics, the largest underground punk music festival on the East Coast. Is John here?
I know, he's next. Okay. Yeah, everything's fine. Yeah.
Bonnie Sue-Stein. Producer, writer, executive director of Seven Loaves, a coalition of 7 artist groups. Bonnie Sue-Stein acts with great power and truth. Behind the scenes, she developed El Bohio.
I love this. I mean, Clayton, you are the gorilla glue. Acre, stacker, hacker, racker, fracker, anti-fracker, packer, backer, jacker, jacker, clacker, lacker, lack her, macker, knacker, packer, quacker,
Cracker.
racker, stacker, tacker, tack her, whacker, whack her, yacker, yacker, yakety yak, yakety yacker. Thank you very much.
Poetry.
We'll share.
Our next actor goes to David Herskovitz, co-founder of Paper Magazine. Ran for mayor against Rudolph Giuliani on the quality of nightlife platform. He hosts a podcast for How Arts. David Herskovitz.
Say something. Just very honored to be part of this group, having lived in this neighborhood for many, many years and seen and written about many of the people here and been a big fan of everything that was going on downtown. So I'm proud to be honored by Clayton and Ackers and Kathy Acker, who I also knew, and we should say a word about her, was a wonderful, brilliant, creative person who also left us too soon.
Thank you, David. We had one box that had Giuliani socks on it, but it seems to be gone. Wipe that box, wipe that box.
The next actor is for Michael Carter. Writer, performer, cultural critic, squatter, activist, and homesteader on East 11th, where he still resides.
He's actually not that close to that. Yay! Short cord.
This is just like no say no, I'm sorry.
Not big.
Yeah, no, I'd say that's the kind of thing that would happen at No Say No. I didn't think it would happen at the Theater for the New City. But, yeah, thank you very much. First, I want to thank Clayton and Phoebe. And I'm just going to read a very short poem from a book that wasn't published too long ago. It's a very short poem in a very long book that was the last Unbearable anthology. It's called From Somewhere to Nowhere, The End of the American Dream. Now this may seem dated, but it actually is not. This poem is entitled Occupy Wall Street.
7 blocks away.
Theirs is a blast of radionuclide against that subtle cancer that mutates silently through banks and brokers and bonds. Barely visible, subatomically strong. This rendering of the fat from the fat to form the 1%, the power elite, rapscallions who profit off other folks' toil and debt. So very far removed, even as they limo past. The mourning horde who struggle to survive this pricey city, to thrive despite the daily beatdowns of capital and its contents. Applaud these brave who say enough's enough. Every day, every week, occupy fucking Wall Street.
And now, the ACKER Awards. Brian Belvich created Queer Stages, an LGBTQ play reading group whose mission is to preserve and present LGBTQ theater. A documentary about Brian titled I'm Going to Make You Love Me is going to be released in 2019.
Thank you, Phoebe. What an honor. I'm so thrilled to be here. I just feel like I'm in the right place, and it's so humbling to be back in East Village. I had to leave East Village in the 90s, but luckily I landed in a good, rent-stabilized apartment outside of Manhattan, so that's a really good thing. But so many amazing memories, and such an honor and a thrill to be included in a place where I have spent so many amazing times and people that I knew and loved and missed, and I'm just really thrilled, and thank you all so much.
Whenever I hear the two words tender buttons, I just get a warm feeling inside. And Leanne Brown is the author of over 5 books of poetry. She was recently the Judith E. Wilson Poetry Fellow at the University of Cambridge. She teaches poetry at St. John's University here in New York City, and she founded Tender Buttons Press, dedicated to publishing experimental poetry by women.
Hi, I'm Tony Torm here to accept the award for my beloved wife, Leanne Brown. She sends poetry and love from the West Coast when she's on her way to the AWP with great trepidation. She was just a girl from Charlotte, North Carolina, but she landed at the famous poetry apartment complex at 437 12th Street, and it all took it from there. Long live Lower East Side.
That, of course, is our dear friend Tony Todd, one of the great, great American actors. Next, the award is, the next ACKER is for someone I've known a very long time. He's an art historian and learned art history at Vassar College. Very good friend of mine. Carlo McCormick.
Thanks, Phoebe. It's been good to see you. Thanks everyone. Thanks Clayton. Thanks everyone who helps Clayton, which is a lot of people. Because we had to, everyone had who wins gets to contribute to the box. I did a thing I'm only half good at. I wrote a little essay, and kind of inspired by this being something that awards resistance, I thought about this kind of beautiful history of people who resist awards, and it's an amazing list. From John Lennon to Jean-Paul Sartre to George C. Scott. That would be the MBE, the Nobel Peace Prize, Prize for Literature, and the Academy Award. Right? So a lot of people turned down a lot of things, and just in the summation of it, Cynthia Carr turned down the Pulitzer Prize in 1926. So I'm saying that all prizes, like all titles, are dangerous. Thank you.
Became very famous at Vassar because his final senior paper on modern art got a D, and I believe he then sold the paper to Art Forum. Is that an apocryphal story? Whatever it is, we soon knew that the world was a very different place in the world of Vassar College, where Anthony Bourdain was also a student with us. Our next ACKER Award goes to Ephraim John Gonzalez, who is a photographer whose talents bend to the unusual, the erotic, the unique, the wild, the crazy, the world of the body. Body modifications, the universe of radical S&M, from the sensual beauty of the flesh to new sensual desires. And we saw some of his photographs. Each box has a photograph, and they're really wild, really good, gorgeous.
I want to thank everyone who made this award possible. I'm very thankful for it. I'm just the guy that pushes a button. I'm there at a certain place, I see something and I push the button. And there were so many places that were so fantastic at the time. The Crowbar on 10th Street, Cake over on Avenue B, Kali Kabam on First Avenue, Melba LaRose on 2nd Street, and the Pyramid, which is still there by miracle.
Nope, by
so many
money.
fun things and events and places that happened here in East Village, and God willing, I'll be able to save all my photographs. I have about 100,000 photographs and about 30 crates of prints, and a lot of them are in East Village. So I hope to save them all and all the memories that we made possible. Thank
you. You know, you really get a big inferiority complex reading some of the bios, and none made me feel smaller than the next ACKER winner. Lila Lee Mejia wins for community support. She has dedicated her life to the nonprofit sector. She spent many years in Dakar, Senegal, helping to start the League for Enhancement of All African Futures. I'm going to start crying. Enhancing educational opportunities for low-income families and children of color. She is an organizer advocating on behalf of low-income families and a champion of education in our community. Is she here?
Is she here? She's right behind you. She's right behind you, but is she here?
I want to thank you for this award. My name is Lila Mejia. I was born and raised in this neighborhood in the projects on 12th Street Avenue B. I am a product of this neighborhood, and it's my duty to give back to my neighborhood as it's changing. I'm about education. I'm a mother of 6, single mother. My kids are all in public school in this neighborhood. So not only do I fight about education, I'm also part of a team with Martin and Power with Why Not Care. They spoke about the back to school event. Besides that, we do Santaland. The first couple of years, we were doing it for the shelter families in this neighborhood. And now we're doing it for the evacuees who are displaced from Puerto Rico. With that, I just want to add, Clayton, we're giving you this shirt. It says, Estamos aquí.
Which means John Stamos.
A little history with this shirt. This Thursday, Power and myself and a group of 15 other people, some people from my job are here as well, we're going to Puerto Rico to help a town in Añasco, Puerto Rico, called Barrio Playa. We are helping this town rebuild the school that they got back from Governor Rosselló. And so part of our mission was to raise $20,000. I am $800 away from hitting my goal. So tonight, I am here with these shirts, and if you're interested, my team, we have them for $20. We would greatly appreciate it if you can donate your services, donate your money so we can make this trip possible. This is our 4th trip to Puerto Rico, and we continue to go back. Once again, thank you. I inspire you all to do something for your community, for your people, for your neighbors, because it's about giving. We live in a climate right now where it's toxic and it's not healthy. If you want to learn how to volunteer, if you want to be more involved, hit me up. I'm going to be here at the end. And I thank each and every one of you. I don't know anyone who is on this panel, but like I want to Google all you winners. So thank you so much. Keep working.
How could she not know anyone on this panel if she's part of the community? I thought you said she was part of the community.
Thank you. We're cheating on the website. Well, now we're at a tremendous award. It's the award for jewelry and skateboarding. And the award goes to Spencer Fujimoto, a lifetime skateboarder who has now launched
pick it up. Alex, you gonna come pick it up for Spencer?
Yeah.
You gonna come pick it up?
I guess might as well announce for you guys also.
What's that?
Should we do it at the same time?
Yeah, we'll do a double. We'll do a double.
Alex, this is you, right?
A twofer.
Alex? Alex Corporon had such a beautiful quote in his bio that I'm going to read it and then he can talk because I just love what he said. Skateboarding is still the center of my life, and I continue to support the scene and the youth coming up. My life is all about having a good time, enjoying being alive, and learning about others as we pass through the world together.
Oh.
Thank you.
That's sweet.
JP, you got on my ass today about thanking people. I want to say, Clayton, thank you for being the most wonderful eye-opener in the world. Like with your photography and your filmography. There's 2 people that I don't know if a lot of people understand, that Harold Hunter and Jeremy Henderson were the main 2 people in the Lower East Side of skateboarding. And they were the key that opened us to the Lower East Side, and here it is, and man, I don't know, I'm all caught up now. Like, I knew you were gonna do this, and I knew JP you were gonna do this. But make it civil, bro. Very civilized, and Flute, being my fiance, everyone, JR, everyone, where's Big Jim, and whoever's here for me. Thank you. This is amazing, and skateboarding was a really big thing that wasn't cool back in the day, and I'm glad that the Lower East Side was one of the only places that really like took care of it, because that was part of the punk rocker, the like skate, rock and roll, gay community. Like I could go so far as like everything, like in every aspect what skateboarding was about, Lower East Side like hugged us, and that's what I love about like what the LES is about. Like we are everything. We're a community that supports artists, people. Like, oh man, we're beasts. Like we are the beast. Power, that guy's a beast right there, man. I'm sorry, I'm a bit like, I got a little but there you go. Thank you.
Spencer's boss as well. Spencer had to leave, but Spencer's soon going to Hawaii, so we're going to miss Spencer. But we're really happy that he's part of this community. And so Spencer does the jewelry and the skating and community, and so Say hi to Spencer.
Our next actor is for Ted Ritter, the director of Howl Happening. A wonderful show there now. We all know it's a non-profit gallery performance place here in the East Village.
Okay, I'm hoping that Steve Ellis will be able to pick up the box for Ted. Want to come down and get Ted's box, Steve, and bring it up?
And what's his record company? Is it Netherland Records? He travels around and...
He travels around, does his records with people. What are they called? Nevermore Records?
Something like that.
Something like that.
He goes to their location, right? And
yes, location oriented.
puts it on vinyl.
Right, it makes vinyl, real vinyl. Just like video launch, a lot of people.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, Ted wanted to say it's important that the award really deserves to go to the whole Howl team, to the board of directors, Jane, Sam, Corinne, Ewan, Ramsey, Josh, Susan, and all the artists in the community that supports Howl. He says he's just a soldier of the East Village.
Also, we want to thank Zito, who's in the house. Zito always does the memorial cup. The memorial cup is great. You want to come and say anything about the cup there, Zito? I had to mention Zito because of the cap.
If there's ever a night to wear this hat, it's tonight. You know, we all know this.
No, don't give it to her. It's not hers, it's mine.
But I was kind of tasked with trying to find a way to portray New Yorkers.
Does she know that?
And when I saw the crushed coffee cups on the street, I said, there it is. It's perfect. It's our garbage and our sort of foliage. So, thanks to all you guys. It's a beautiful thing you do. Clayton, Phoebe, thanks so much.
Now we have the very special tattoo awards. And maybe you want to give the tattoo awards.
Okay, Tommy Houlihan, old friend, guy I've known for a long time. Very happy that Tom is here. Good tattoo artist. He's got the only tattoo shop in the Times Square area. So Tom, I've known for many years, back when he was a young buck. And so he has got a long history within tattooing in the neighborhood and Chelsea and whatever. You say hi, Ron?
Well, first, Clayton, I brought you a present, a Sharpie marker that actually works.
It'll be lost in 10 minutes.
Let's get a tattoo. Instead, I got a Sharpie. What are you going to do, right?
You know, they took tattoos away in Times Square in 1962, and I brought it back in 2017. And I tattooed Avenue A, Avenue B, St. Mark's, the Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, all over the place. But you know what? We have so many people here in service and artists. I mean, forget about me for a second. Give yourselves a hand. Give yourselves a hand. You people are fantastic. Forget about me. I'm just a humble artist. But I would like to thank my sainted mother who bought me my first tattoo machine in 1988. And for the first 5 years of my career, called me a scribble pad. But she gave that up a long time ago, so thank you, Mom. It's my sainted mother. And beautiful time in attendance tonight. It's a real honor, and I know all the work that you put into this, so thank you very much.
Be sure to read his biography, in which he says, "I've been to military schools, college, and prisons, so I got an all-around education. None of that interfered with my tattooing. I come from a long line of hard people." I found that rather arousing. And now we have another tattoo award. Do you want to do it?
Okay, we'll get out here. Oh, Baba Austin. Baba's in LA. He started off in New York City. He started off at a place called Unique, which was a clothing store on Broadway, if you remember Unique. He used to do the jacket backs. And then tattooing actually saved a lot of people's lives. It certainly did wonders for Tommy and Bobby and Baba. And Baba got started with Jonathan Shaw, if you remember Jonathan Shaw's tattoo shop. Remember Jonathan? And that was Baba. And so Baba was also part of the graffiti world. And that's it. So Baba's in LA right now, and we'll send it to him. Thank you.
Okay, I think it's the end. Do you want to make the closing remarks?
All right, very good. We want to thank a few more people here that are here. We have Alicia and Brian who's doing the videotaping, so thank you very much. We have Marty Patterson here, and we've expanded it to Minnesota for a minute, tell us a little bit about Toronto, because we've expanded to Toronto, and Monty does the Toronto ACKERs. Yeah! And we're looking at possibly growing in Montreal. So we want to try to spread this around, and we're really happy that we're keeping the community together. And it's like I say, this is more sort of mystical, and gentrification is one thing, and saving the community is something else. And if we don't save our own history, then who will? So it's part of the I think it's really important to get the community that's really wide-ranging. You know, we don't have to know everybody. And, you know, it's interesting. I did the same with Brian from the Pyramid Club. And somebody really sort of, somebody really sort of criticized it and said, well, you didn't really know him that well. And I said, well, that's really true. I didn't know him that well. I wasn't like hanging out all the time. But that doesn't really matter in a community like this, because it's the doors that he opened for me that gave me those possibilities to do what it was that I did at the Pyramid. That's what he gave to me. So I don't have to hang over that. It isn't about just, spilling coffee. It's also just about the energy that gets happening and things that, and so many people here have mentored so many other people in the community and made it possible for so many. And the thing that it's kind of like the Van Gogh syndrome. The thing that I discovered by documenting a neighborhood over a long period of time, a lot of times the real hitters are the ones that are in the background that you don't hear about until many years later. And one example of that is one of the rest in pieces person in this particular pamphlet, the booklet, was R.O. Tyler, Reverend Tyler. And Keith Patchel, who I was with, we went to this, Tyler was on 4th between C and D. He also did tattooing, he did mystical tattooing with using the zodiac and things like that. But he was a very sort of avant-garde person, and was very instrumental in Klaus Oldenburg's life. Could be the guy that turned him on to the soft sculptures, provided him the studio when he was down on 4th and D. And also, but he was a bit of a wild guy. So, you know, he was part of the Judson movement and all of that, but he wasn't one of the people that you heard about. And Keith went in and discovered this piece of paper that was lying at a printed matter show, and it turned out that it was an orchestration for this composition, musical composition that Tyler had created. And Keith, who was part of avant-garde music and studied with many famous composers and went to Juilliard and all of that. So he understood this music, and he pulled it out, and he wrote this, because I'm working in this tattoo history book, which he wrote this long article about Tyler and how instrumental this piece is, and how he really was like Cage and other people. And also, Tyler was very instrumental with bread and puppet theater. And when you go back and you talk to those people, you'll find those connections, but you don't hear these names. And the reality is, like I tell people, you want to get famous, find something, polish it, make it smaller, make it more understandable to more people, play it more times, go around the, the 500 times, then you can be RuPaul or somebody like that and get noticed. But the real geniuses, so many in the background, like the Peter Quailoff, they were too far ahead of the curve. Every week there'd be a different character. Well, you can't have the public catch on to you if every week you're somebody else. But they fed the people. Nelson Sullivan changed a lot of people's lives. It's things like this, it's like a trigger, providing the space, the Continental. We wouldn't have had the Ramones and a lot of these bands without those kind of places. And like Lori, providing all the, even like you can see here tonight, keeping the show running, keeping it in place. So it's about the whole community. It's not just about the stars.
Leonard Abrams also, right here.
Leonard Abrams, of course, another ACKER recipient. Anthony Hayden Guest, another ACKER recipient. David Lefty, another ACKER recipient.
Oh, that guy.
And you didn't take one. So when is it going to be your turn? I offered you one and you said, yeah, I don't know. Come on, next year. But yeah, the ACKERs are really spreading and they're deep and they cover a wide range of a real community. And when you go through those booklets, there's now 3 of them, 17, 18, and 19. And it's like a mini encyclopedia of this whole downtown area. And you can follow a lot of the people. And just like an Encyclopedia Britannica or whatever has that one paragraph, pieces in it, you'll find Alice over there. You'll discover who Alice was. And the Yippie and Overthrow and all of that. And so Power, then you'll discover, Power's aunt used to live in ABC No Rio, when it was a shooting gallery. But back in the day. But so, it's real neighborhood history. And Ruby and the Rednecks. Ruby's also an actor. She was very instrumental to David Bowie. Everybody's heard of David Bowie, but they haven't really heard the real beginning of the glitter era and like that. And Ruby was very important in that. And like Ivan, bringing up Jack Smith and those people. Jack Smith was truly instrumental to so many people, but he wasn't, the name on the billboard. And so I think out of all these ACKERs, eventually in the future, that's where the gold is going to be. That's where the real mentors are going to be found. And once they get dug up, that's where we'll find the Van Goghs and all those people that really did inspire the whole community. And that's a big part of what the ACKERs are about. It's about the whole community. I'm not trying to get a crew here, I'm trying to get a community. And we are a community. Thank you very much.
There's 2 people I want to speak to. I want to speak to Larry over there, Larry Psenin, and I also want to speak to the guy from the Czechoslovakian Puppet Theater.
I was looking forward to talk to you, Dave.
No, he's not present. If you like, yeah, sure. Otherwise, I would.
I know.
Come through? Okay. Yeah, we'll move around. Thanks. Come through? I want to make sure I get this guy before he leaves. Come through? Come through? Come through? Come through?
Sorry, me too.
Yeah, I know, but this guy's probably leaving. Come out.
There's a great filmmaker. There's Carla McCormick. Yeah.
Going it that way. I must say that was my all-time favorite version of Faust. I got the Kino DVD, I actually saw that on Channel 13. It was a live from off center, a new television, or one of those shows where the guy just, picks up the flyer in that building, and the escalator and stairs going down and down and down and as soon as you did that, I'm like, it's from Faust. You heard me. It's from Faust.
Hey, that's how you're going to be cast in the next show. I mean, just to get that. That's their audition.
I mean, I've told people about that many times. I mean, the claymation part of it with like the rolling heads and whatnot, that was genius. That really stuck in my head all these years. Anyway, Chris from Icon said, I'm in the box too, so we might be in touch, who knows.
You're in the box. What'd you put in there?
In the box. The 30th anniversary edition of the history of my band, Iconicide. We've been around since 1988.
Wonderful.
And somebody keeps pushing me on the way down.
I know, just don't fall down.
No, I'd rather fall up.
Yeah, fall up only.
Anyway, I wonder if they're going to think to do a group photo like they did last time.
We met because Tina.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tina, how you doing?
Very well. How about yourself?
Whoa, that's so good.
I want to come see your show. I just, Congratulations. Thank you. You earned it.
Because we took all the good overthrows, but we left a lot of the ones that catch trash, we left them all there. And he came in and left the logo. Yeah. And he walked into the whole east side. I know. The first time it opened, check it out.
Congratulations. I got them. They're great. They cover right all these glasses. Well, what's your story?
Okay, early 1990s. I worked as a foot messenger for 10 years, and one evening was my last run of the night. I had a delivery to Duarte Film Laboratories on 55th Street.
It's in London. I used to work.
And coming out of the building, I had seen Howard. I had seen you on Letterman, where he mispronounces your name.
I don't think it was Letterman, but okay, go.
Larry Fessenden,
Yeah.
And he asks you about your, and you said, well, there are a lot of stories that I could make up about that, but I'll just default to the old tale about the old hardcore winos on the Bowery. How there's nothing left in the bottle, and they subconsciously they bite the neck of the bottom. They chip their teeth, and I remembered that. And so coming out of Duarte, I'm pushing out. You're pushing into lobby, and I'm pushing out. We're like this, and we're this close. And just let you know, because I don't react to celebrities. I make them react to me.
Yeah.
Like I saw Gene Simmons around the Flatiron Building. Go, and he like he's wondering who's calling him out. So I see you, and I go, you gotta stop biting the bottom. And you did such a double take. You gasped with, like, somebody gets it. Not only had someone seen my work, seen the Letterman thing, but somebody gets the street level fable about, and I was gone. I pushed past you, and you go, and you look over, you're like, hey guy. I was already in the middle of traffic. You tried to follow me across the street, but
fantastic.
I was gone.
No,
I was gone.
better that it was just ships in the night. That's
hey man, I'm a great fan, but hopefully I put a little bug in your brain for a while.
I love it. That's good. Man.
Anyway, that's one of my stickers right here.
Let me shake your hand.
But I'm gonna bump elbows with you and good finally run into you again after all these years.
I would love to hook up with you. So much. Well done.
They're making a docuseries called Borderless. Follows me in fun life situations. I've been talking
Like you'll find it to try to look back. You're in my card.
If it would only register that was you, I would have brought that DVD with me for you to sign. Because I mean, it was that much of a favorite of mine that I had to track it down and buy the Kino version of the DVD.
It's a love fest. Hey.
Hey, it's a love fest.
That was great. That's a great speech.
Yeah, I know. For brevity's sake, I kept myself to one page, but
No, you did a great job. It was just perfect. They didn't used to let people talk, but I wanted more from the devil. I wanted more.
Yeah. You know.
That was very cool. More puppets.
He likes the way I do the impression.
I know. Thank you.
And the fact that it was like life, not just marionettes, but life-sized marionettes.
Right. We have different sizes in the show.
Yeah.
The devils come in 4 sizes. And some of the lines that are in the movie are in the play because they are from the same play.
Yeah. I have to find my people. Where did I leave my people? Where are my people? People. Where are my people? Constipations. Capitulations. Oopsie. Very many capitulations. Capitulations. Oh, there they are. There's one of them.
I'm fine.
Nothing.
Usually they do it at the theater.
Okay, but like I tell everybody, don't go to any place that just opened up or a chain store or I'll kill you.
I'm wondering if this is a smaller room than Theater 80. It feels slightly smaller.
Smaller than Theater 80?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's different because it goes up.
Yeah. Well, Theater 80 also goes up. But I mean,
yeah, not like this though.
Yeah, I think Theater 80 is wider.
Well, it's wider. Yeah, I'd say.
I don't know if it's deeper, but it's definitely wider.
Right.
Yeah. But the fact is, they had to set up a whole row, an additional row of seats and seats on the sides, and like mats for people to lean on or to kneel on.
Well, here.
Here.
I see that all this stuff on the floor.
Because the front row was not there when we came here.
Next time.
There were just so many people.
Next time,
were
instead of
crowding
bringing
in.
a cane, I'll bring a cane chair. You know,
that might be best. That might be best. You'll have the best seat in the house.
Yeah, I got a couple of nice ones because I carry them when I play guitar. You know, when I walk someplace, I'll stop.
Yeah.
We have one of those, like a tripod.
There you go, tripod. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the tripod things. Axel's dead. Rest in peace.
This is going to be a party for him and introducing his new book next Friday.
Cool.
I'm just giving random.
Yes, I'm just giving random. Yeah, so I spoke to the director, Larry Fessenden.
Yeah.
And I told him about the little encounter I had with him about rubbing shoulders with him and whatnot back in the 90s. And I told him, as an addendum, I said, I sent you a resume a few years ago. You never got back to me. It's like yeah, me and a lot of people. Like I happen to be looking again. He says, enjoy your award.
Is that the guy was, he looks
The guy with the missing tooth.
Looks like a dwarf a little bit?
He looked, well, I described him to Chris, and Chris said he looked like Jack Nicholson on crack.
Yes.
If he's watching now, he knows that.
He looks a little dwarfy. That face, like dwarfs.
He's just a full-sized dwarf. He's not a small dwarf. He's a dwarf without dwarfism. He's like a giant dwarf.
His face is really dwarfy.
Well, he has this like soft quality to himself,
Yeah,
it's
his eyes is like deep set eyes, his forehead.
He got deep set eyes.
Deep set eyes, yeah.
But Habit, that's the name of the movie. It's apparently a trilogy.
Yeah.
But I gotta track that movie. You've got to see it. It's
What's it called?
Habit. Yeah. It's basically a New York vampire movie where the guy doesn't even realize that he's turning into a vampire. This woman who we met at this floating club. You know, it's like this huge, this ship that was turned into a multi-level club that she bid him, and she's like hanging around, and bit by bit, I mean, she's turning him.
That's like when you're with a well person, that happens to you too. You become a whale too.
Yeah.
Unless you break out of it, you're going to become a whale too.
Yeah. Like they shed.
Yeah. It's like,
they shed hair on you and you become a werewolf.
It's like sexually transmitted. To see Mustang, but it's on plane tonight. Last show was 6:30. Because today is $5 Tuesdays. All AMCs are $5, and I was like, "This is perfect." But it's not showing tonight. Fuck. It's a guy. It's about I think he's a parolee or something. He got out of jail, and he's open horses. And there's a traumatized horse.
Where did Chris and Dave go?
He said he was going to talk to someone. Dave or something.
Yeah, where did Chris and Dave go? I was looking for them.
And he's over here, right over here.
Oh, there they are. Well, they went away, but they came back.
Yeah, I came back.
Yeah. No, you probably didn't see it. That was him.
I had no idea what was happening.
Use the pictures.
That's great.
Looking good?
You are too.
Thank you.
I'll definitely, let me shut up.
Congratulations.
Oh, he died. He's dead now.
He's dead now? Wait a couple of weeks.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Just wait a couple of weeks.
Then we got to
He's
go.
dead
Then
now.
we got to go to the David Hubbardman Memorial.
Yeah, I don't think so. First of all, there'll be a battle about that now because, first of all, they claim my body because I believe.
The type shit.
No, I give out all my organs. I'm an organ donor.
Okay.
And then.
But what about the piccolo?
Then the Thais are going to say my Thai wife or whatever she is now is going to say I want to do the ceremony.
No, this is the memorial. Forget it.
Well,
you know,
it'll be a battle galore.
Forget the future.
Then my old mother, she's going to say. Up in hell, wherever she is.
Yeah, up in hell, yeah.
She's going to say.
Yeah, the penthouse of hell.
She's going to say, but we bought him a Jewish plot. I'm supposed to be buried with them. I don't want to be buried with them. That's why I did the organ thing. I believe, you know, I'm a big collector, and I believe you gotta renew everything. You know, everything got to be used.
Yeah, after all, it is the economy of junk.
Right. Yeah, you're right. The economy of junk.
So you literally become a collector's item.
Yes.
In many ways. In
you
several,
can have my organs, you can have my skin, my veins.
Going to the highest bidder? In several parts.
No, it's going to whoever. I don't know. The hospitals, the doctors.
The David Hubbardman organ
They use it for whoever.
Yeah.
Or like that crazy lady out with the blanket outside of the flea market in Kew Gardens. How much is that? $1. How much? How about this one? $1. Take it. That's $1.
$1.
Has some great deals, but okay, it's $1.
Well, I figured I could buy you and have you stuffed and
articulate
statue.
Well, then you could have what's left.
Only if you can articulate.
Maybe you can use the skin. The skin.
Yeah, the skin. Yeah, we'll do sort of like a an Ed Gein thing kind of thing. We'll make a suit out of your corpse.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre style.
No, Ed Gein or whatever. Yeah, that's where
I
it
don't
came
believe
from.
in all that when you get buried, it's such a waste of money and industry.
You cycle your skin.
Coffins.
Who gets to wear? It's like a tribal thing. Who gets to wear Hubbardman skin this week?
That'll be fun.
Yeah, we'll take you out to all the poetry shows and be It'll be the unburyable. So instead of the unbearables, the unburyable.
Yeah, nice bomb. Put you in a glass case, mummified.
All right,
just the mummified skin.
Let me just say
Yeah,
goodbye.
right. We'd have to
It
tan.
has to be well preserved. Yeah, it has to be done right. If you're gonna do it, you gotta do it right.
Chris, I'll speak to you soon, okay?
Yeah, definitely. We got to have another night soon.
Yes.
Is your sister still in town or?
No, she left. Next week. Next week. I'll put you in.
All right, man. Sounds good.
All right, so you're ready to head out?
Yeah, I mean, last time they did a group photo of everyone on stage, but today we don't have a stage. We have a piece of floor.
I like that old picture. Yeah. I looked through a book with.
Thing, yeah.
All right, ready to go? All right.
Flaps in.
This is really late.
Flaps in.
She's from Boston. She don't understand that.
Thank you.
She's not from New York.
Yeah, she's from Germany.
She's from Boston.
No, she's from Germany.
Germany.
Does it matter if it's in or out? It doesn't matter. Like
No, the other way.
This
The other
works too. This works too. Doesn't matter. It doesn't.
You had to
It
start
works
this
too.
by saying flaps in, didn't you?
It matters. It doesn't matter.
I still remember on MySpace when
You're supposed to refrigerate it.
I still remember on MySpace your birthplace, your hometown. Penis. Hometown on Facebook was MySpace was it as penis father, like city and state of where she was born.
Right.
She was born penis father.
I didn't remember that.
I always thought that it was kind of witty.
You guys were all from Peter's father.
Penis father, yeah. Otherwise, you were born from test tube. Tube test.
Uterus mother.
Uterus mother. Tube of test. From the tube of test.
He's getting educated like left and right.
You out this way.
These way. Oh, I don't know if you can go around these way. Can you go around these way?
Do you want it?
What was it? Oh, it's a dime.
Yeah.
Somebody, put it in the pants. Put the.
Pennies all the time. Pick up
Yeah, I got a raise. It's a dime. Breast
Pennies
pocket.
probably like this too. That's what I figured.
Yeah, you gotta have some change. I'm wondering if that's an exit too. Okay, just push these people away. They're just celebrities anyway. It's not like they're human beings.
It's really fun. Yeah. I like stories.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why. That's one of the reasons why it's different from other
Hipster events.
Well, it's just like the caliber of people or whatnot. Yeah, man.
I'm going there. I'm still on MySpace? I haven't logged in 10 years or something.
Well, all right, man. Thanks again. Good seeing you, man.
You had to take it down. You had to take it down a couple of times.
Well, they keep disabling content.
Yeah.
I walked in just in time to pee.
Oh, I'm good. Get some water. I'm so thirsty. The water fountain is the weakest I've ever seen. It's like really weak. You have to cup your hand.
It has erectile dysfunction.
It does. It does. It does.
The further you go, the better.
Yeah, that's right.
I help bump elbows with you.
English church. They were Catholic.
I was almost a little surprised they didn't have a group photo like they did last year.
Oh, yeah, I thought about that. The grand.
But people kept filing immediately towards the exit.
How far back do you
This is great.
trace your family?
Someone gave me my cousin. My
Oh wow!
aunt
So he's doing a
family Bible.
stage adaptation.
I didn't get it
This
until
guy,
about 5
the guy with the puppet. That's from his version of Faust.
Then I got a copy of
It was on public television some years back, and then Kino put out a DVD which I had to get. And as soon as I saw this, and he did Faust gives it. He comes in with like it's from Faust. If you heard somebody in that crowd say that, that was me saying that. This is great. It has like different size marionettes, including life-size marionettes. And the video portion is claymation, a whole bunch of stuff. It's great if you can ever track it down.
Who were the natives?
Yes.
Oh, they came over with the film.
Oh, March 21st, so it's already done. I'll take the card just in case.
I don't know. They came over as indentures.
What is it?
Well, they.
Oh, this is the guy with the Satan marionette. Yeah, this is his adaptation of Faust,
I want to see it.
which you can get. No, it already passed the stage thing, but Kino. Until April 7th. Oh yeah.
We can go. Yeah. We should go.
It's great. It's really, really very good. I mean, I have the DVD on a Kino video of it.
Is it?
Hey.
Because April 7th is next week, so we have 7 days.
Yeah.
Are you available this week? Thursday to Saturdays, 8 o'clock, Sundays 3. Suitable for ages 6 to 106. 107 is not okay?
And 5 is out of the question.
Right.
Yeah.
Gotta push it in, right?
Yeah.
Go to this. Marinette.
We're going to watch him cook, then I'm going.
Well, it's on a weeknight, so you already burned the day.
Yeah.
It's gonna be Thursdays at 8. Sunday at
it might be
3.
worth it to watch someone barbecue themselves.
No, it's marionettes. It's the guy with the Satan puppet.
Right.
That puppet was from this.
And it's one person or several?
Yeah. It's several people. It's several people. Yeah.
Wanna go?
I'm into it.
Yeah. Let me know what day. I'm gonna be gone Friday, Saturdays, and the golf convention's this weekend. So either Wednesday or Thursday. If you can, let me know.
If it's this week, it would have to be Thursday. If we're doing Wednesday or Thursday, it would be Thursday.
All right. So Thursday.
Cool.
So we get discount for advance purchase, I think. Because it says 18.15. So 15 is probably.
Okay. Yeah, it's much
now.
better.
If we get it now, yeah. So Thursday. Okay.
What's in the box? Don't fuck with shit you don't understand.
That looks like good stuff.
There was a lab for
Yeah.
Any toys?
people from
Any toys? Any toys?
I haven't gone through the whole thing.
It's never too early. I live with 10,000 toys. I don't know. Maybe now I'm trying for 20 now.
Beer Money. There was a tag team called Beer Money. The back of their tour shirt said, "It's never too late to make money, and it's never too early to drink beer." And drinkers.
They went over the Levant. Everyone went over the
Out of stock, yeah. And
There's a lot of stuff in there.
well, every year it's a 40 pieces. Every year it's a theme.
I'm gonna take one of them. We're gonna go.
Yeah. Oh wow. And this is the booklet for this year. Like all the bios or whatever.
Cool.
And yeah. And
He never showed up.
no, yeah. I didn't expect him to. I mean, actually, I did expect him to, but then again, if it's a question of, bowing out or whatever.
Right.
I went to do that after college.
Oh, cool. Very good. That's cool.
No, we never did. I lived in Germany. I was studying.
Oh, I have another piece. I haven't not finished the story, but I have another small piece.
Okay.
And also, I'll try to get the piece that you did work on.
Right.
So maybe I'll have it finished by the time I see you next week.
Okay.
I hope to have it.
All right.
Okay. Cool.
Nice.
The actual event, but then everything started getting over the computers.
Where is that, by the way? Is it here or where is it?
It's right here.
Yeah, it is here. Okay, yeah, well, you can talk to them at the front desk
Yeah,
before you
and
leave.
get a discount. Yeah, just
Nice.
$2 discount. I wonder why they said 106. I wonder if it's a magical number.
Well, Well, it's basically all ages. It's a fancy way of saying all ages. Like board games, board games that say it's for kids from 2 to 92. And there was like a meme somebody did of like this 98-year-old woman, she can't play anymore because it's old for the game.
Sure.
Yeah.
So we're gonna leave now.
And of course, speaking of MySpace, the box that I get is the one with a MySpace sticker.
It's 5
Yes, sir. Yeah, so it'll be right here. She wants to see the puppet thing. That's cool. Yeah.
I guess we asked them if it's a discount applies, right?
Yeah. Because I think that's like if you pay it if you get the tickets in advance versus day of show. That woman is trying to sell her T-shirts.
Political. She was my least favorite because I know you didn't like the rapper guy, but I felt like his was more human. It wasn't like in your face. Like,
His was more human. I mean, he did, try to praise like,
They're just ignoring us.
Was that?
They're ignoring us.
We want to give you money. Please pay attention. We want to give you money. Do you like money? I know you like money.
Oh, she's coming.
Come over here so we can give you money.
This is a question about this thing. The 15 was for fans, right? For the ticket?
It's for seniors.
Oh, so like it's gonna be 18 regardless. Oh, okay. All right, so we're just buying the day one. Okay, all right.
So you still want to get it now, or you want to get it then? It doesn't matter.
So you don't get to use your seats anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not gonna be sold out. That's all. Yeah, we can get it then. But
Okay.
it was so political because.
Yeah, I know.
Because
about the LGBTQIA, LMNOPQRST. Yo, Toxic Times bullshit. What are you doing about it? What are you doing about it?
she's like vision.
I mean, yes, I said that, the neighborhood's changed beyond recognition. You got these steel and glass monstrosities, and right after I said, here I am, still trying to make sense of it all.
Yeah.
I mean, it hasn't changed me. Why has it changed you?
Yeah.
If the times have changed you in any way, then how strong are you really? How much do you stick to those guns that you claim? You're not political. You're just reactionary.
That's the whole thing with the victim mentality. It's reactionary.
Yeah, professional victims.
Professional victims. But she makes money off herself.
Yeah.
She's having blast. She's like, everything is toxic. We live in difficult times.
Including the ink that you print your shirts with.
Exactly. Because that's oppressing people who don't have clean water. That's oppression too.
Yeah. All right. I mean, Flint, Michigan doesn't have clean water.
What?
No, I'm sorry. Flint, Michigan doesn't have clean water, so let's save Puerto Rico instead of saving Flint, Michigan.
True.
Why are you filming your walk through the hallway?
Was that?
Why are you filming your walk through the hallway?
Because I'm still inside.
Your head, yes.
No, I'm always inside my head unless I'm vacation.
I want to get some iced tea. So I'm so thirsty. They charge you $2 for a little cup of water.
All right. Grand finale. Titles. All right, let's go home. This is what you want. This is what you get. This is what you want. This is what you get. This is what you want. This is what you get. This is what you want. Bad life. This is what you get. This is what you want. This is what you get.
Fuck all in.
I want to get a juice or something.
Is it definitely right there?
All right, let's go.
Walk in and get some.
Like really avant-garde.
Avant-garde.